I've been collecting 1/6 scale figures for around about 6 months. Let's have a look and see what I've got. How's it on YouTube? Peter here, your Ginger Joe the Geek. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into the video, if I can just encourage you to have a look at some of my past content. On this channel, we'll look at comic book related stuff, unboxings and that kind of thing. We do some live shows like Boys and the Toys and What If. And we also look at vintage action figures and 1/6 scale action figures, along with some smaller scale figures now and then. If that's the kind of stuff you're into, please think about subscribing and check out future content. Okay guys, so this video has been a little bit of a long time in coming. As some of you that watch the channel will know, I'm predominantly a comic book collector. I collect first appearances of major characters and things like that. But over the last few years, I've picked up action figures. I started off collecting vintage action figures, things from my childhood, and then picked up some of the smaller scale Marvel Legends and things like that. More recently, a good friend of mine, so yes, it is your fault, Ben, the attention-seeking geek, got us into 1/6 scale figures. He started talking about them a lot, and I haven't said for many years that they were too expensive and I wasn't going to buy them, and who on earth would be paying hundreds of pounds for a doll, basically. I suddenly started liking the look of them. In around about January of this year, 2022, I bought my first 1/6 scale figure. Now that was a bit of a terrifying experience for me. Never bought one before, and this was being shipped from China, so I was a little bit nervous, but I spoke to various people and made sure that it was a safe transaction. And my first figure arrived, and it was the Endgame Captain America. And that was the start. Absolutely fell in love with this scale figure. Think they're absolutely tremendous. I love the artistry of them. I love the character likenesses, and I was hooked. Now, if you have watched my channel before and you know about my collecting habits, you'll know I'm not a man with patience. I'm the kind of guy who goes gung-ho all in very quickly, resulting in us buying an awful lot of toys. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick count through all of my figures that I've picked up so far. You can see the individual videos on these either in my back catalogue or they will be coming soon to the channel. But my videos are basically stacked now till around about December. I've bought a lot of shit. So let's just crack on. Let's just work through them, and I'll talk a little bit about each figure as we go. Cheers. So I just wanted to start off by talking a little bit about my cabinets here. I've recently changed my display settings, my display setup, sorry, and incorporated some lights and a section underneath where I can store books and things. Just wanted to give a big shout out to Kiko Collects and watch a number of his videos, and it really inspired us to do some of this work. I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I'll do a future video about that so you can learn a little bit more about how I put the cabinets together, where I got them from, and all that kind of jazz. But as you can see, we've started off nice and empty, and then I'm pretty much full now, although I have built in some space so I can add to the cabinets with some of the figures you'll see at the end. Wanted to start off with these guys. This is, I think, the threezero Optimus Prime and Megatron from the Siege cartoon, the Siege collection. Now these figures blow me away. They are absolutely stunning. I'm a bit of a sucker for die-cast figures, I have to say. I like the metal feel. I like the cold feel in your hand. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But I do. I like the heavy, bulky feel of them. And these figures are absolutely tremendous. This Prime is absolutely stunning. The Megatron is amazing. They do have light-up features, and I've tried to pose them there in kind of a Transformers the movie kind of get-up. Next are my Sideshow Justice League collection. So picked these all up relatively recently, one by one. Absolutely amazing figures. Again, the designs. I like my costume design. I like my comic book version of these characters, shall we say. Flash figure is stunning, my favourite character. Go back and watch my video on that, if it's out yet. And you'll see that I had some issues with things snapping off. These figures are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Wonder Woman's an interesting one. She's got one of those weird bodies without the creases and the seams. I'm not sure I like it. Feels a bit weird when you touch it. Not that I'm touching Wonder Woman. Let's move on. But yeah, lovely figures. Oh, look at that! Look at it. Below them, I've got some of the first Hot Toys I picked up. I'm an absolute sucker for Batman 89, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and I just think these figures are amazing. Grill pieces for a lot of people. I know I paid a fair bit for these figures, but as soon as I started collecting this scale figure, I knew I had to have them. I mean, look at the detail on that. Look at the artistry on that Jack Nicholson sculpt. It's absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. And the Michael Keaton likeness, I think, is spot on as well. This is the 89 version, not the returns version. Lovely figures. Again, grill pieces. I had to have them. Below, we've got a bit of shelf space in here. I do apologise for the wobbly camera, guys. We've got a bit of shelf space, but this is the Hot Toys Deadpool from Deadpool 2 with the X-Men t-shirt on. And this is the Toys Gambit, I believe. An amazing figure. Just recently unboxed that one and it blew us away. The coat, the hair, everything is phenomenal. You'll see there's a bit of space in this cabinet, and that's because I've got more X-Men to come. Some nice pickups here. We've got Spider-Man 2099. Again, lovely figure. I like the costume on that. We've got the Punisher War Machine, which is a phenomenal figure. Again, die cast, a bit heavy, a bit bulky, but it's stunning. Then we've got Batman Beyond. Again, another one of my favourite figures. I just love the aesthetics of his costume. I think he looks tremendous. Not your traditional Batman, and also not a Batman Beyond, really, but a lovely looking figure nonetheless. Next, we've got my Spider-Man display. So this is a bit of a hodgepodge collection. We've got I think Toys Green Goblin. We've got a Hot Toys Classic Suit Spider-Man, threezero Doc Ock, I think, and a Hot Toys Mysterio. I've tried to put these guys in a bit more of a dynamic display. Mysterio is a stunning figure, again, one of my favourites. I've tried to use his effects to show that he's kind of conjuring the scorpion tail there. The Toys era Doc Ock is an amazing figure. It's very articulate. I love the arms on him. It's just simply stunning. The Spider-Man Classic is a beautiful, vibrant costume. Worried about that knee, but I'm hoping that doesn't nip the costume. And then the Toys Green Goblin is just a must. I love it. Very weak ankle joints, but so I'm balancing him there. I might have to try and play around with that. But again, he's a really stunning, nice looking figure. And I love that setup. I think it's a nice looking setup. Below is my Endgame setup with Thanos. I should have, maybe he's getting the battle damaged, I'm not sure. Anyway, I like the Thanos. I like the idea of Cap holding Mjolnir, just staring him out. And we've got Endgame Thor, which I didn't really want to buy because I'm not a big fan of that rendition, but I did, don't know why. And then we've got Iron Man, again, looking stunning. Underneath that was my crotch. Underneath that, we've got some more Transformers. That Prime there is one of the first ones I picked up. That's a threezero Soundwave from the Bumblebee movie. Now that's probably, I think, my favourite figure. I absolutely adore that figure. It's amazing. Then we have a Bumblebee, again from threezero. This was my worry purchase. I bought this off eBay for a steal because it had a smashed chest plate. You can't tell, can you? That looks amazing. But yeah, when I bought it, it had a knackered chest plate, but works well. And that's the Hot Toys Prime. Not a good figure. It should be die cast, but it's not. I think Hot Toys dropped the ball on that one, in my humble opinion. Next, we've got some Sideshow G.I. Joes. I'm saying that. The Cobra Commander is Sideshow, I think. A lovely looking figure. The Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, I think, are threezero from memory. I'm sure someone will correct us if I'm wrong. Amazing looking figures. The costumes are stunning. You get tons of accessories, which I use with those ones. I love them. We've then got a Stan Lee. Can't remember who makes him. Toys era maybe. A lovely rendition of Stan. I needed a Stan in my collection because I'm a huge comic book Stan Lee fan, and this figure just jumps out. I mean, look at how amazing that likeness is. It truly is a superb Stan Lee. Oh look, there's me. Hiya. Next, we've got a bit of a dodgy figure. We've got the Rocketeer by Black Box. This was a pig to get assembled. I've got a video coming out on that soon, but my lord, the little buttons and things challenged us massively. But the figure itself is stunning. And now it's all set up, and once you have that light up effect on and all the rest of it, it's a beaut. We've got some kind of random stuff here. We've got a Ant-Man from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Love that figure, love the costume, very classic look, and I like the little Ant-Man you get with him. He's cute, he's nice, isn't he? So I like him. We've got a Sideshow Punisher. This is an amazing figure. Really recommend this one, guys. Really, really nice costume. But I've swapped the head out for the guy who played Punisher in the Netflix show. Can't remember his name, but I think that looks cool. This is my first attempt at a kit bash. This is the Steve Rogers head from the Endgame cap, and I bought the body in the costume. Pants are a bit big, they're a bit flary, but I don't think that's bad for a first kit bash. Let us know what you think. And you can keep big empty space for more toys. I like toys. Just to quickly show you some of the other kind of stuff I collect. These are some of my vintage figures, my chess pieces. I like the turtles in the background there. We've got the Eye of Agamotto. My He-Man collection. I've got a Castle Grayskull as well that goes with that. I'm gently building that up from Toy Fairs. And just more figures, more vintage stuff. Some turtles, some Centurions, Brave Star, Defenders of the Earth, some Mask. Absolutely love the Mask figures. And some Sectors. So yeah, they're just some other bits and bobs figures. And then at the top there, we've got my Mjolnir, Iron Man's helmet, Thanos glove, shield, all the rest of it, the usual jazz. Right, ladies and gents, this is the pile of boxes that are still to be opened and videoed. So we've got Sideshow, Magneto, Cyclops. Oh, he's mint. So Trickster. It's absolutely stunning. We've got the original Hot Toys Aliens figure there. What's that? Oh, that's Wolverine. We've got a Hot Toys. No, I haven't. We've got a Sideshow Wolverine. Hot Toys diecast Robocop. We've got a Judge Dredd. Can't remember who makes him, but he's a nice looking figure. I like that one. And we've got an absolutely stunning Hot Toys T2 T800 from Terminator 2. Love that. So, oh, someone wants to buy something on eBay. So that's all me bits and bobs, me figures that are still to be unpacked and unboxed. Oh look, I've got a Chucky under there as well. Forgot about that. So there we have it, guys. That's my 1/6 scale action figure collection. Like I say, I've been collecting for about 6 months, so I think I'm doing pretty well. I've got a fair few on pre-order as well. I'm awaiting some big things coming through the post. I've got a well, I'm not going to spoil it. I've got some good stuff. I've got some classic figures, and I've bought some newer things as well. So that's all coming soon. So 6 months in, total 1/6 scale figures I've bought is shit. Shit. That's a lot of figures. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Now, let's just be honest. A lot of people say to us that I've bought a lot of figures in a very short period of time. People say, you know, you should budget better and you should all the rest of blah, 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 blah. I get that. I'm not rich. My trade, for anybody that doesn't know, who's watching videos for the first time, is I'm a nurse. So as you know, we're not that well paid. But what I do have is a lot of years worth of collecting comic books. So to fund this current addiction, I have sold a lot of my comic books. I've sold a lot of first appearances. I've kept some of my main ones, like my first Thor, slush, and things like that. But I have funded the action figure hobby by selling some of the comic hobby. Now, who knows? Years time, I might get bored of this and I might flip it around. I might sell the figures and buy the comics back. I don't know. But at the moment, these action figures are keeping me very happy. I love collecting them. I love the articulation. I'm getting into the photography side of things. And in general, I'm enjoying my hobby, which is exactly what you should be doing. So that's your whack for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.